if it'll let me.
Trekcast.
The galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast.
Hello and welcome to Trekcast, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. I am your host, Dan Lombardo. I am 33% of the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. And with you today, we have 66%
I don't
of the
think it's
galaxy's
66.
most...
It's
No?
like 16. It's like 16. I just hit the buttons. I just hit the buttons, man.
What's up, man?
Not too much. What's going on with you?
You know, trying to do something different, trying to do the show from inside, trying to use my wife's laptop, which didn't work so well. That's why the show's starting.
I like that you got the map behind you like you're trying to take over.
That's it. That's all the missile sites are
That's right. That's right. Just ready to go.
You know, a funny story is during we had a yard sale over the summer, and while preparing for it, my wife found this tube with the big giant map of the United States, and she went to put it out, and she's like, "This has never been opened," and she went to put it out for sale, and I said, "No, it has." I started like tracing all the states that we traveled to as a couple.
Oh wow!
So I rescued it from the yard sale, just put it up on the wall in the basement.
Nice, nice.
Somebody would be pissed if they bought that for $1, took it home, and half the states are colored in. So.
You know what I've got in a tube in my garage is I've got
I don't know. I don't know if I want to hear it.
Oh no, I think you'll like this.
Just, you know what's in a tube in my garage?
Oh my god. No, it's some old posters. I got
a few of those.
Yeah. I've got one of 80s movie He-Man, like it's Skeletor. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've got one from the original Batman from '89.
Nice.
The Batmobile. Yeah.
Nice.
And these are like original posters from back then, so it's kind of cool.
Nice. That's cool. I'm going out of frame for a minute because one of the legs on this table is shorter than the other. So do the old,
I know all about short legs.
Do the old restaurant trick, you know, where you ball up a napkin and put it under one of the legs, and oh yeah, much better. Look at that.
There you go.
Huh? We're high tech here.
Yeah. Awaiting Gibbs says good morning, gents. Glad I could catch the show this morning. Yeah. Hey, good morning. So up to anything fun or interesting this week, Dan?
What did we do? Oh, we went to a flea market yesterday.
Oh, that's cool.
Took the family to a flea market, and you know,
nice.
Kids haven't really been to. I mean, they've been to small ones, but this is like a big one.
Yeah,
and it's funny, like the stuff that kids are amazed by.
Oh, really?
My son said, "Dad, that whole truck just sells pickles." Yep, buddy. That whole truck sells pickles.
That's awesome.
So it turned into an all-day thing because it was an hour drive to get there, and then I'm hungry, and so we got pizza afterwards, and I know a guy who owns a vintage toy shop about 10 minutes from where we were, so we went there, and then by the time we got home, it was just it was supposed to be a couple of hours, turned into an all-day thing, but it was fine.
That's nice, though.
Anything to get these kids out of the house is
that sounds great, man. We went to the nephew's soccer games, and of course, yesterday is the day that it decided to turn into fall. So it was like
Yeah.
bitterly cold, rainy,
Yeah.
and
That's
no one
happening
was
here
ready
too.
for it. Yeah. So they're out there loving it because they're running around. They feel fine, but all the parents are miserable, all just huddled up. So, and then each game, like one was at 9, the other one was at noon. So there's like a 2-hour wait in between the two.
Yeah.
So we went to a local coffee shop, and that's when the boys sat me down and they were like, because they call me Uncle Dan. They go, Uncle Dan, what are we gonna do for your birthday? Like it's important. Like we're meeting in this coffee shop to discuss business now.
Yep. So what'd you decide on?
So we have an independent arcade out here called the Jedi Alliance.
Yeah.
It's inside of an old church. Like it looks like an old church, right?
Yeah.
But it's a giant arcade, and it was recently voted by Newsweek the second best arcade in the country. I think number one is the Galaxy and Ghost in Chicago. But that's where we're gonna go. It's $18, unlimited play. You just go and play as much as you want. It's a bunch of old stand-up games, nothing new. Then you have a whole section of pinball too. So
nice.
Yeah, the oldest person is excited about pinball, so I'm surprised by that. But
my son discovered pinball this summer.
Oh, nice.
When we were on vacation, he was like, "What's this?" I said, "This is video games before video games were a thing."
Yeah. I think your son and my oldest nephew are right around the same age.
Yep, my son will be 13 in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and my oldest nephew is 14. So
yeah, so
there you go.
They're probably into a lot of the same dumb shit.
Minecraft, a lot of Minecraft,
Roblox.
Yep.
Minecraft, Roblox, and YouTube. That's
yep. That's the trifecta.
Yeah.
That is the trifecta.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably get into the news. A lot of things we probably don't want to talk about.
Nope.
And being that this is a supplemental, because we're going to talk about Peacemaker, we'll do the supplemental, the entertainment news. So,
all right.
All right. So we do have a little bit of Star Trek news because the New York City Comic-Con is going on right now. So they did have, quite a few announcements about Star Trek. So one of the big things we got announced was a new trailer for Star Trek Academy. That show's coming. And another pop-up ad. So we had a new trailer. It came out. Reviews are mixed. I did see a lot of people still saying, "Hey, where's my legacy?" But I also did see a lot of people saying, "Hey, this looks better than I thought it would be." So I don't know. I mean, it looks like a show. I hope to be pleasantly surprised, but we'll see.
I watched every episode of Discovery.
Yep.
I watched. No one can ever say I didn't give it a chance.
That's right.
That's right. Every single episode of Discovery,
whether you wanted to or not.
Yeah, right. Some of them were homework. Well, they were all homework. There's a few that I watched twice. Actually, I watched all of them, almost all of them twice, because in preparation for the last season,
that's right. You
rewatched it. I rewatched the whole thing. So no one can ever say I didn't give it a chance. I'll give this a chance too. But I don't if it's terrible. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah, no, I feel you there.
I don't know if I can do it.
We did also get a premiere date. It's going to premiere January 15th. So that's really just right around the corner.
It is. You think about
so
it.
It's coming. So so school will be in session soon. Awaiting Game says the trailer looks so bad. If you can't make this look good in a trailer, what hope do you have for the show? Yeah. I don't know. I did notice that there were negative comments on the YouTube channel, and then later those YouTube negative comments were gone. So I don't know if they were deleting them.
Probably.
Or maybe they just got buried in the algorithm. I don't know. So it's hard to say for sure. I don't want to flat out say they were deleting, but they were gone.
I'm not looking forward to what I feel might be the wussification of Klingons.
Oh yeah, I guess we'll see. Yeah.
Like are these the like have they equated Klingonicity with like toxic masculinity, and we have to do away with toxic masculinity, so we're doing away with toxic Klingonicity, or I don't know. These words aren't really working, but
yeah, I was gonna say it feels more like the harmonization, right? Like the blending. You blend it so much that it's not distinct anymore.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We also did get announced for Star Trek, Starfleet Academy, that Stephen Colbert will be part of the show. He's going to be a computer voice. Yeah, he's going to be the digital dean, is what they call him, making announcements. So I imagine just randomly in the background you'll hear his voice, like, the Herodians go to Pod 4 for gym class, stuff like that.
So
yeah.
I'd be interested to know if that was always a thing, or if this was something that was added last minute. Is this
after
something
the
that is in season 1 that's not going to be in season 2 because he's feuding with CBS right now? I mean, I'd be interested to know what the story is.
I would love to know that too. I imagine really all it took was him going down to a studio for maybe a day or two, reading like 8 lines, and now he's done.
Yeah.
And so it really could have been anybody. And it would have been funnier if they've got like new people all the time, like really distinct voices, like get Bobcat Goldwyn one day, get Pauly Shore another.
And say again, he's the narrator, or he's the voice of a computer? What is he playing?
He's the voice of a computer. They're calling the digital dean, that basically makes announcements for the school, for Starfleet Academy.
So basically what they should be using all of the clips they have of Majel Barrett Roddenberry for.
Exactly.
He's going to be doing.
Yeah. So there you go. Or you could have got, while he's still alive, William Shatner.
Yeah.
That would have been cool too.
You know what they should do?
What's that?
They should run 40 years of Casey's Top 40 through the AI generator and have Casey Case do it.
That's kind of awesome. Or you know what? See if you can license it from Disney and get James Earl Jones' voice.
Yeah.
Have Darth Vader making announcements.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
whatever.
Boy.
So yeah. We also did get a clip from Strange New Worlds that I think was the most Star Trek-y clip that they could possibly shell out, especially in the wakes of the critiques of season 3. Like they're just trapped in a red hole or a black hole and trying to get out and trying to figure out a mission and get out of it. And they even talk about like, oh, we're gonna go visit a strange new world, like basically just screaming to the fans, hey, don't forget about us, please.
Yeah,
we promise you we'll do better next season.
Yeah, we'll do better.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
they're trying.
Jaspiz says beta Klingons is what he's calling them.
Yeah, maybe. I like that idea.
Oh man,
the wussification of Klingons became a long time ago. Yeah, you could argue that too. Honestly, I mean,
yeah, well, I mean, they were
he had Worf
essentially
getting his ass kicked all the
controlled.
time.
Yeah, well, true.
Yeah. Our next news story comes to us from NPR, because we love NPR. No, it's fine. But Colin Hanks is talking a little bit more about his recent documentary about John Candy, saying, "Sorry, Dad, John Candy was the nicest guy in Hollywood." Colin Hanks is the son of Tom Hanks, so that's why he's saying
okay.
that. Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen this, but it is on Amazon Prime right now. The new documentary.
You're gonna laugh at me. I just got Prime Video for the first time this week.
Oh,
My
nice.
wife for years shared an Amazon account with her sister, and because
Oh,
of
okay.
that, we had Amazon Prime. We didn't have Prime Video.
Okay.
And they changed their terms of service beginning I think next month or something, where you
Right.
can't split your Prime account between households. So
That's
I said,
yeah.
well, just spin it off and get your own, and I can finally watch this show, The Boys, that I've heard so much about. And so I started that last week or earlier this week. I
What do
started
you
watching
think?
The Boys. So far, I mean, I'm only like 2 or 3 episodes in,
Yeah.
but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm usually not into like the adultification of superheroes, but these are made up superheroes for this
Right.
show. They're
For
not
this show.
perverting something else that's already out there. So,
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
What's cool is
as we're doing a supplemental on an adultified
right
superhero,
right.
I just realized. But
Yeah,
we'll get into that too, and why this is okay also.
yeah. Well, and then the other thing too about The Boys is they have that spin-off show Gen V, which they really do
Oh,
treat like
okay.
a side comic, but it does factor into the main storyline. So
Is that the
just so you're aware.
animated one?
No,
Or am I
that's a
thinking of
whole
something
nother
else?
thing. But Gen V is
okay.
like a superhero college.
Okay.
Yeah, but it like the main cast do show up. It's really good. So, oh yeah, and a waiting
right.
game is right too. Invincible is good. Season 2 is weaker, but other seasons are good. Yeah, that's true. Invincible is really good.
I have not seen Reacher. He's asking about Reacher. I'm
Oh,
aware
I
of
have
it.
not seen.
I'm aware of it. I've seen some clips.
Yeah,
That dude is built and smacks people around.
yeah,
It
he's a
does look
giant
pretty good.
dude. He's a giant
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
But anyways, John Candy, his documentary is on Amazon Prime. It's called John Candy. I Like Me. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw an ad for it. That's what
Oh, okay.
got me
Great.
on that.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
it's got
growing up, John Candy. I mean, that dude was hilarious.
that dude was the man back in the day.
Yeah.
He was in all the stuff. Like it was great.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I know our target demo. That's why I put this story in. We all grew up with John Candy watching.
Yeah, it's a shame we lost him.
Yeah, for sure. It's got clips from his funeral. It's got a ton of interviews of people talking about him. So it's out there. It's supposed to be really good. I have yet to watch it, but I do plan on seeing it. John Candy was pretty big deal in my life too. So yeah.
I never saw his last movie. The one that I think he died while it was still in production, and they used like body doubles and stuff. I think it was called Wagons East.
Yeah.
Yeah, never watched it.
I
don't know if it was any
watched it
good.
when it came out.
Yeah.
And
No good.
like I was a kid then, right? It was like I was like 14, and I remember not liking it. I don't remember the movie really.
Yeah.
But I remember being like bored by it.
I think part of me doesn't want to, because then like in my mind it's over.
Yeah.
I've seen them all.
Yeah.
So
although I've been wanting to watch The Great Outdoors again for some reason. I do remember loving that movie.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll watch it again one of these days.
I think what's her name is in that? Heather Grant is in
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah. I think it's her.
Well, like as a kid?
No, I think she's because that was around the same time as License to Drive came out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I think she was like the girl that his son met at the pool hall or something. Unless I'm confusing her with somebody else. But
no, you might be right.
You know what's up in hot dogs, lips. Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah. Lips and ass.
Jasmine says it's another girl. So
it's another girl? All right.
Yeah. All
I'll
right.
trust check this.
Okay.
Fine.
And then,
Fine. I'll go watch License to Drive again. Get my Heather Graham fix.
Oh, and speaking of a fix, especially somebody in a bad spot, our last news story comes to us from People, and says and so, Eddie Winslow is in big trouble. I don't know if you've seen this, but Family Matters star Darius McCrae under fugitive arrest near U.S.-Mexican border, held without bail on felony charge. He was taken into custody October 8th. So yeah, I don't think Carl can help him out with this one. He was arrested with the out-of-state charge of a felony warrant. We don't know what that charge is right now. But he is being held without bail currently in San Diego. Apparently this is the third time he's been arrested since 2015. Jesus so Christmas. Yeah, his next court date is this Wednesday, October 15th. So Eddie, come on, man, get it together. Yeah, Urkel would say very horrible things about you right now, man. It's not good. I just hope that you did not do that. Yeah. So. All right. Oh no, he went black screen on me.
No, I'm good. Sorry.
Okay. All right. I thought you couldn't handle Eddie. You just lost.
I couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it.
Just too emotional.
Such a Darius McCrae fan.
Yeah.
Darius McCrae fan club president.
That's right. And who isn't a giant Darius McCrae fan club president?
Yep. I mean, Hootie and the Blowfish is just my favorite band. So
that's another Darius.
I know.
I know. I think that's all the Darius I know. All the two.
That's both Dariuses. Derriere? I don't know. Let's do the show.
Derriere. No, that's a fan club. The Derriere. All right, let's get into the supplemental.
All right.
All right. So
are we doing the dance? Are we starting with the?
Oh yeah, the and then the yeah. We need to play all the glam rock that they play. Yeah. So we are talking Peacemaker. We just wrapped up the second season, and apparently this will be the final season. James Gunn has said that there will be no season 3. So we've had 2 seasons of this show. It's interesting how it hopped universes. I mean, this season had a lot to do because it had to explain kind of our new DCU. Yeah. It had to set up the future of it, and it had to be a show unto itself. So there was a lot going on for this little show. And I think it pulled it off. I know that the season finale has been getting mixed reviews from fans. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Yep. Okay, so you're one of them that did not like it. That's fine. I think I agree with one of the comments that we had in our group. Duvall said that episode 7 was the real season finale. Season or episode 8 was like the epilogue. I kind of think that too.
I agree with that. And here's the thing. They should have had 7 episode season. Okay, with a 90-minute finale. Yeah. Because episode 7 was only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It was really short. Right. It was really short. And episode 8, which I agree was all epilogue stuff, excuse me, was twice as long as that.
Yeah.
In episode 7, so much was packed into that episode. So much happened.
Yeah.
So much happened in that 30 minutes that, it ended and you're like, I can't wait to see the rest of this next week. And there just wasn't.
Right.
Where I think the 7 days of waiting for it was the problem. Whereas if they had just showed 7 and 8 back to back at the same time, maybe it would have been better received. I thought for sure we were going to see Keith again the next episode.
Yeah, I thought so too.
There's unresolved stuff there.
Right.
He wants to murder Chris in the same way.
Yeah.
Which there's a story to be told there. Chris murdered his brother Keith in this timeline. In the other timeline, Keith wants to murder. Chris murdered his brother Keith. He didn't murder him. Chris killed his brother Keith.
It's so confusing at times.
Yeah. Killed his brother Keith in the regular timeline. Feels intense guilt about it.
Mm-hmm.
And in the other timeline, Keith wants to murder Chris.
Yeah.
There's a story there. There's something.
Yeah.
And they just kind of ignored it. We had an hour of them going to, okay, now we're on the stupid planet. Now we're on another stupid planet.
Salvation, yeah. Which, from what I understand, this is from the comics. There is a whole comic storyline where they put all the bad guys on one planet. They end up turning it into Mad Max style. And then from there, Darkseid goes after that planet. And then from there, they spill back into their prime universe, which sets up one of the Infinite Crisis one of the Crisis. There's so many of them.
I just feel like there's a lot that they could have done and they just didn't.
I think
Keith, Keith still has access to the QUC?
Yeah. Because on his side, it's still open.
Yes, on his side, it's still open.
Right.
He did survive. They made sure to show us that he survived. If they were going to close the book on that dimension, the way to do that is, Amelia kills him and then hops through the door, and it's done. Literally closed the door on that dimension. They didn't do that. They made sure to show us that he was still alive, and then nothing. Unless, all right, well, you know what? What if Keith finds Chris in that other world while he's looking for him?
I think is going to happen.
But when? What show? What movie is that going to happen in? They're saying that there's no season 3 of this show, which means if we see these characters again, they're going to be popping up in other people's shows, other people's movies, other people's stories. They're not. How can they then be the main story? Unless they're doing a Peacemaker movie, I don't think that's going to work either, because the tone of this show, I think, is not what you would put into a movie theater and put out to the world that, hey, this is connected to the new DCU. So take your 7-year-old who loved Superman to go see this.
Well, so we do know that the next big thing is Man of Tomorrow, which is not necessarily a sequel to Superman, but a Superman and Lex Luthor team up movie. The estimate is, or the belief is, that they will be fighting Brainiac, coming together to fight Brainiac. I think what you could do, since you're setting up all these multi-portals, instead of Brainiac being only tied to one universe and he shows up and he's collecting from every world, he collects from every universe, right?
Yeah.
And then so he's an interdimensional threat. And that's why you need Lex, because he knows about this technology and you need Superman to fight him. So that's why they come together. And so that would then, yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
I was going to say, and then that's why Salvation gets brought in as well, because it's another planet that could be potentially threatened by Brainiac. And Superman won't let the bad guys be killed because he's not that way. We've seen that.
Yeah. So who's the guy who played Kang that got fired? And then, he was, right? I think he was found not guilty on whatever he was arrested for. And, his career's
yeah. Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. They should make him Brainiac.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. I've seen so many.
James Gunn has no problem, stealing actors from or luring actors away from Marvel, or actors he's worked with before at Marvel.
Well, he did mention that he had talked to Ryan Reynolds about using Deadpool. Just like
Yeah.
they open a doorway and there's Deadpool.
Just like waving.
Well, and then they would trade, right? Because like in either what is it, Secret Wars or Doomsday, they're going to be opening different dimensions. You could open one area and there's Superman or Peacemaker, or, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had talked about that, but
so it's weird though, because in episode 7 they referenced Marvel. When Vigilante and Vigilante did the finger guns at each other, they were like, "Hey, we're doing the Spider-Man meme." And Marvel has already acknowledged that the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies take place in the MCU multiverse, where Aunt May compared Peter to Superman. So
I think
Marvel exists as comic books in the DCU, and DC exists as comic books in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that the thing? Yeah. Yeah. A waiting game says, "Is it true the next movie is gonna be Supergirl?" Yeah, and Jason Momoa's Lobo is gonna be in that. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, he should have. That's who he should have played from the beginning.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, but he'll make a great Lobo. That Supergirl, I think, is going to be a lot of fun. That comic is really good. So, but yeah, Peacemaker. Overall, I liked the season. I thought it was good. I thought it was funny that we went to Dimension X where the Nazis won.
Yeah.
And Peacemaker at first thought it was like the greatest thing. It's like, I love it here. I'm like, oh God.
I like how Adebayo, I think she was talking to Judo Master, and she's like, I never said he was smart. I said he's got a good heart.
Yeah. Good point.
When Amelia says to Chris, how did you not notice this mural of
giant Hitler mural?
He turns around and it's like the whole wall in the office. How do you not notice that?
Yeah,
because he's an idiot. He's laser focused on certain things. Oh man.
Yeah.
When I have to say, I'm gonna say some things right now. You may not like it.
Okay.
There may be some hurt feelings.
Okay.
I have a pretty low opinion of professional wrestling.
Oh no.
I think it's dumb.
What?
No, but hear me out.
Okay.
Because of that, I have pretty low expectations from wrestlers who become actors.
Right.
The Rock is a pretty terrible actor.
Yeah.
He's made a gazillion dollars, but he's a pretty terrible actor.
Jasmine shows over his boys.
Dave Bautista, I don't know if he's a good actor. The only thing I know him from is Guardians of the Galaxy, where he's playing that specific character who has a very specific delivery style of all of his lines. So, I don't know how he is in other things. John Cena, my first exposure to John Cena as an actor was probably around 2009 or 2010 ish. We went to the drive-in theater, which is usually a double feature, and we saw something. I don't remember what it was. And the second movie was a movie called The Marine. And I watched. God. Yes, and he was in it. He was a star. And I watched about the first 5 minutes of it, and I turned to my wife and I said, "We can go."
Yeah,
it was just
so bad.
His acting was so bad, bad. Fast forward, when I saw Suicide Squad, I was like, all right, whatever. He was kind of the Peacemaker in that show was like his bravado was so over the top and fake that I couldn't distinguish it from bad acting. How much of this is the character is awful, and how much of it is the actor is awful? It was tough to tell.
It was very wrestler.
Yeah. Season 1 of Peacemaker. I don't know if you recall. I watched it on a whim, and I was like ashamed at how much I was enjoying it. And I really
do remember
enjoyed it
this. Yes,
I really enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't. There was so many good things about that show that I don't particularly think John Cena was what drew me to it or made me think that it was great.
Yeah.
No. Stay on board. I'm coming to the I'm coming to the point. I'm coming to the point. I don't know if he has retained a professional acting coach or what. But his skills as an actor this season are thousands of percent better.
Yeah.
Than when I drove away from that theater 15 years ago. And I tip my hat to John Cena when his friends were stabbing his brother to death. And he just screamed in agony for them to stop. Like, I felt that.
Yeah. I felt it too,
that.
man.
I'm sitting there like, holy shit. I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
So, I still don't like wrestling, but
yeah.
But I, you know what? I'm impressed with John Cena, and if I ever run into him at an airport or something, I'll probably.
That guy flies private, man. You'll never run into him in an airport.
I don't know. I see all these videos of people running into him places.
That's true. That's true.
He's like, leave me alone. I'm having lunch with my friend.
Yeah. You know, I will say this. Being a fan of his for a while now, the journey you have taken is very similar to the journey that pro wrestling fans have taken.
Yeah.
He was the man from early 2000 on, right? Or mid 2000s on. And people did not like him because the WWE was shoving him down our throats. They were always putting the championship on him, always like you could not beat Cena. People called him Super Cena. He does like 5 moves before he gets to his finisher, so they called it the 5 moves of doom. So like people hated it, right? It just they did not want this guy. He was also kind of like, you know, a little cheesy, and with his t-shirts and his matching hat, looking like a giant toddler with his jorts. People just did not like this guy. But over the years, he won people over. People realized, oh my God, this guy's actually really good. And it wasn't until he originally left to go to Hollywood and kind of became a part-timer that people were like, oh my God, this guy's actually amazing. Yeah. And I think he did say that he did get an acting coach for sure. Because he's one of these guys that no matter what he does, he wants to do it to the nth degree.
Yeah.
Right. He has mentioned that in multiple interviews. But yeah, I'm very impressed with him. I think if you watch other Batista stuff, other stuff he's been in, he's a phenomenal actor. Yeah, like if you're impressed with Cena, you're going to be really impressed with Dave Batista.
You know, and I said this to somebody. I said this to somebody at work, and they were like, "Yeah, I still don't think he's a good actor."
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay, well, you know, he's a guy who's jacked and he's done action movies. Is Arnold Schwarzenegger a good actor? No. Honestly, is he? No, he's not. No.
Yeah.
No, we're supposed to think that some U.S. Army commando has an Austrian accent or whatever. We just accept, he was jacked and chiseled, and we just kind of accepted it.
Right.
I think he's a better actor. I think John Cena is a better actor than Arnold Schwarzenegger ever was at this point.
Yeah,
so,
I agree. And yet Batista's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much now. I would say they're pretty on par, but Batista's a little bit better. But it's kind of funny because both those guys came into Hollywood after The Rock, and they have lapped The Rock in acting skills. Maybe not box office money.
Not box office.
Yeah.
Because
No. The Rock is insane.
Yeah.
But well, maybe not so much anymore.
His latest movie, his new movie kind of bombs, right?
I saw a headline that said, "We've discovered one thing The Rock can't lift: audience interest."
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, we owe the new DCU, to Dwayne Johnson.
That's right.
His failed takeover of the DCEU is what prompted this.
When Superman came out, I posted a meme that was my favorite Superman meme, and it just said, it had pictures of Superman. It said, "First, I want to thank Dwayne Johnson."
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's why he's run back to wrestling. Dwayne Johnson has become a partial owner of WWE. He's
is he?
Yeah. Right now, he's on the board of directors. He pops up every great once in a while. He's trying to rebuild his momentum. So go back to basics. Do what you need to do. I get it.
So there's rumblings. Yeah. There's rumblings of Henry Cavill as Batman. What do you think of that?
I've heard that. I don't see it happening. I really don't.
You don't think it would be good, or you don't think it's going to happen, or both?
I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's a good enough actor that he could do the role and do it great. I don't see him as, if we were going to have a Superman that became Batman, a Superman actor, my hot take is it would be, what's that guy's name? Tyler Hoechlin, from Superman and Lois. That guy, like, if you look at his publicity shots versus Bruce Wayne, like it's pretty on par.
See, I kind of want to see Henry Cavill as Batman because the Snyder bots will not know what to do.
Right. All the angry monkeys.
Yes, they will not know what to do. They're like, how do we shit on this without shitting on Henry Cavill?
Yeah. I think if they're gonna do a crisis event in the next 5 to 10 years, I want him to be the Superman from another dimension. Bring him back as like Superman, Prime, or not Prime, but another one. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But we'll see what they do. I don't know. I guess we should talk a little bit more about Peacemaker since we kind of going over it.
So is see, there's so many unanswered questions. Like, what's the deal with Eagly?
But I mean, isn't that kind of good too? I mean, they're setting up the universe that you want people to be interested. You want it to.
But if we're not getting another season of Peacemaker, are we getting an Eagly spin-off film? When is this going to be resolved? When?
I mean, we could see some partial resolution in Man of Tomorrow. They're just side characters that every now and then pop up, and you see them move their story advance a little bit further. Kind of like what they do with the Hulk right now in the Marvel, right? He can't have his own movie, but his stuff gets pushed along a little bit in each movie.
So Eagly is the DCU Hulk? Is that what you're saying?
Fuck yeah, man. Or we'll do
I can't wait. I can't wait till the Sheegly series comes out.
No, they're gonna do the Pet Justice League. You got Crypto, you got Eagly. Let's just start bringing them all in, all the pets.
Yep. They need Ace the Bat Hound.
Oh God, yes. Yeah. Do you make Ace talk or an inner monologue?
Bark.
Do you bark? You will.
Yeah.
Yes. A waiting game. I want Brandon Schleckner as Batman. He'd make
I don't
a
know
great
who that
Bruce.
is.
I don't need. I've seen this guy, like pictures of him. He does look like Batman. Like he looks like the dude. But I don't know his acting. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
You know.
Hmm.
I don't know if do you get a no name person like you did with Superman.
Probably that would probably work best.
Yeah.
But I really want to see those Snyder bots short out.
That's
I
right.
really do. I really do.
Yeah. I would love to see that as well. I would love to see the bots go crazy, but give it time. Next up is Supergirl. We also got the Clayface movie currently in production, which that's going to be wild. That's our introduction to the Gotham, because the Clayface does take place in the DCU, as far as we know. Okay. So, we have the Batman 2 start shooting next year.
I don't know, man. I think that's going to delay, go away. That's what I think is going to happen with that.
I hope not, man. Because they released the Penguin, and the Penguin was such a good show.
Then fold it in.
He doesn't fit with this Superman and the rest of the universe. Everything else is too fantastical for him to just walk on into that.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's too grounded. And his low key, saddened Bruce Wayne, and all of a sudden you got Superman like, hey, let's go save squirrels,
Yeah, no, his modified Chevy Nova Batmobile.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit with Lex Luthor's flying skyscraper that's opening portals to
right.
Dimensions. Yeah, you're right.
He's supposed to be a rival to Lex, and like that's not gonna match.
So what's going on with Blue Beetle? I heard this was being folded in. I heard it's not being folded in. I heard some things are being folded in. I heard that the actor is going to reprise the role in animation, but they've already said in the DCU if you're playing the character on screen, you're voicing it in animation. We're going to keep it all together. So
yeah, so both James Gunn and Zola Monteronia, the actor that plays Blue Beetle, have said you will see him in the DCU. That Blue Beetle is being brought in. Zola has said in his own podcast, I've heard the show a couple times, that he is currently recording a Blue Beetle animated series. He has already done voice work for that. So when he pops up again, who knows? There was a big rumor that he was going to pop up in the Peacemaker finale.
Yeah,
that Blue Beetle would show up. There was also rumors that maybe Superman would show up. Neither happened. So I guess we'll see. I could see him popping up in another film. I don't know which one. Maybe they do a Titans film and Blue Beetle's brought in. We don't know, right? Because if you just drop out the teen and just call them Titans, then the guy's young enough that they can just put him in that.
Yeah.
And they have mentioned they want to do a Titans film, so fine. They have said though they don't know if they will pick up on some of the loose threads from the film.
Well, that's the thing. They did set up a lot of stuff with the classic Blue Beetle in the background, which that was cool stuff. I was looking forward to.
I was too. Yeah,
seeing the rest of that.
Yeah. I think they wanted Jason Sudeikis to play the original Blue Beetle. So, but we'll see. Well, I don't see them doing that. If they do the Booster Gold film or show, I could see Blue Beetle pop up in that. But we don't know at this point. It's all speculation. Yeah. A waiting game. I like to see a comic accurate Robin. Which Robin? There's like 80 of those guys.
Yeah.
Pick one. I think if we get to Signal, we've lost the plot in the DCU, but I don't think we'll ever get to Signal.
What is Signal? What is that?
Signal is one of the newest members of the Bat family. He is the only one that is allowed to operate during the day. Because Bruce Wayne has said, "Oh, you're the one with the purest heart, so you need to be there in the daylight to help the people." I think Batman just needed somebody for the day shift.
I don't know, man. I'll be honest, I haven't read a Batman comic in probably 25 years.
Yeah. I mainly watch like recaps on YouTube. So
yeah. Or I'll every once in a while I'll open up Wikipedia and just read about a character and see like the highlights of what's happened. And one thing I do not like is the family, the Bat family, and the Superman family. I feel like Batman works best alone or with like one or two partners. Having a team gets kind of silly. I think Superman works best as the last son of Krypton. He's the last person of his kind. Supergirl, I guess that's okay, but after a while it's like you start counting and how many Kryptonians we got running around on this planet. He's not the rest of Krypton anymore. There's nothing special about him. So I don't know.
Yeah. I like the Bat family. I think film wise, you can't have too many of them because then it takes the edge off of Batman. Because Batman's supposed to be angry, he's supposed to be kind of a loner, but you do need somebody for him to talk to and kind of explain what's going on in his head. So that's why you have Alfred, right?
Yeah.
But if you had a partner, that kind of helps. The problem is the trope you run into, which is what happened in the two movies we have with Robin, is Robin becomes the damsel in distress.
Yeah.
Right. He just becomes the lackey to get kidnapped. And so that's the trope you run into. Now, if you did something where maybe you started with an aged up Dick Grayson who's already Nightwing and maybe operating in his own city, he had been trained by Batman, and there's already kind of conflict between them, then you could have something, right?
Which they name dropped Bloodhaven in Peacemaker.
They've name dropped it a couple times.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind seeing a Nightwing, and Nightwing's kind of just fun Batman, Yeah. So that could be a lot of good times. But so we'll see. What are you hoping to see in the upcoming films, in the Supergirl and Man of Tomorrow?
I would like to see them build towards a proper Justice League.
Okay.
We are yet to see a proper Justice League.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
What they gave us in the past. No. I would like to see the redemption of Green Lantern on film.
Oh yeah, we didn't mention that they're making the Lantern show.
Yep. Guy Gardner aside, Guy Gardner was fun in Superman. He was fun in a couple scenes here in Peacemaker, but Guy Gardner isn't Green Lantern. Guy Gardner is like a caricature of Green Lantern.
Yeah.
He's like, they gave the ring to the wrong guy and we haven't gotten it back. We haven't gotten it back yet.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see proper Green Lantern. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the Flash. We got a pretty terrible interpretation of him.
Yes.
On film. That being said, I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
The Flash movie. I don't know how much of that was him interacting with Michael Keaton. It was a pretty good story.
Yeah.
I think they missed the opportunity to tie it to the rebooting of the DCU, but it is what it is.
Right.
Also, one of the most successful DC movies or TV shows of the last 10 or 15 years was The Flash on CW. That was
That's right.
consistent. That was consistently their highest rated show for
Yeah.
years. It surpassed Arrow, which it spun off from. Outlived it by several years. And I'm still finishing that show up. I think we're in the second to last season, my son and I, and it's getting a little hokey.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that loved that show. So in some ways, it's a tough act for them to follow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that want them to use Grant Gust, and I don't think they're going to do that. He's not a movie actor. He's a TV actor.
I mean, he wants to do it, but
I know he wants to do it. But
yeah.
I'd also be interested in seeing a more comic book accurate Barry Allen, because Grant wasn't really it.
Yeah.
And what's his nuts definitely wasn't it.
What if they skip Barry Allen and go to Wally West for Flash?
So funny thing, the years that I read comics, Wally was the Flash.
Right.
It wasn't Barry. Wally was the Flash. Barry was the guy whose shadow he was living in and always trying to live up to, and eventually surpassed a lot of things that we now associate with the Barry Allen Flash came from the Wally years.
Right.
The Speed Force, that was Mark Waid created that for the Wally West run of the Flash. Right. His kids in the future, Impulse. I'm watching the show now, and Impulse comes back in time and interacts with his dad. In the comics, Bart Allen was the grandson of Barry Allen, not the son. He was the grandson. And yeah, he came back to the past to get some training, but it was Wally who was training him, not Barry. So, they've kind of taken some of this stuff and ported it over to Barry. The idea that and even the TV show from the 90s, they did this. The idea that he had to consume a huge amount of calories to fuel his powers. That's a Wally thing. Barry never needed to do that years ago.
Right.
And that was a Wally thing until Wally discovered the Speed Force, and then it wasn't.
A waiting game is Wally West was the Flash in the Justice League, right? Yeah, in the cartoon, yes. That was Wally West.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
But he worked in a crime lab.
Right. He did all the Barry Allen stuff. Yeah.
Yes. So they've kind of commingled these two characters over the years, and Wally has kind of been forgotten. When a lot of what makes people like that character came from him. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I think you could do it, but the problem you're gonna have is, like, if you bring in Blue Beetle and he's like, oh man, I wish I had my mentor, and then Wally West, oh, I wish I had my mentor. It's too much of the same,
Yeah.
Because then you also may have, after the Lantern show, you're probably gonna have Jon Stewart, you'll probably lose Hal Jordan in the show. So then Jon Stewart's like, oh, I wish I had my mentor, right? So,
and again, I'm not caught up on comics, but in the 90s, in the mid 90s to early 2000s, when I was reading pretty much everything that DC came out with, Green Lantern was none of those guys. Green Lantern was Kyle Rayner.
Yeah.
And he was the last one.
Yeah.
And he was only he was only Green Lantern because Hal Jordan went batshit crazy. And
right. Came Parallax.
So I know that character still exists in the DCU, Kyle Rayner, but I know those storylines do not, because they've reset things a couple different times. So I don't know how he fits in. I don't know. Does he have a new origin? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But we should probably get to listener feedback, because we have Chazbiz waiting to jump on.
Yep, so I'm going to get a power cord while you do that.
Okay.
Listener feedback.
All right. Well, Dan gets his power cord. Thanks for coming. Or here's listener feedback. Real quick though, before we get to Chazbiz, just to let you know, you can always give us a call and leave us a voicemail at 570-661-0001. That's 570-661-0001. Nobody will listen to your call. We will then just play it later on the show. It's just there for you to leave a voicemail. Also, we are on all the social medias, all the old man approved ones. At least we're not on the Snapchat, but Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We're there. We're loving every minute of it. And so Dan is still working on that power cord. So in the meantime, let me bring in Chazbiz. There he is. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Did you enjoy Peacemaker?
Yes, I didn't like the season finale, but I enjoyed it. I think the show should have been 10 episodes, not 8.
10? Longer?
Yeah. Well, it should have been longer.
20.
Well,
That's
20.
right.
Yeah, well, they need to bring back longer seasons because you could develop the characters more.
Yes.
Because it's such a short season that you have all these characters and you can't, you don't really care about, the lesbian love story. They don't make you like them.
I mean, I do.
You barely get it,
Yeah.
It's like,
did you realize in Peacemaker who the Bordeaux character was? The Argus agent that ends up hooking up with Rick Flag.
Oh, the hot one.
Yeah, you know who that is?
Oh, she's the one from
Picard season 2.
Picard,
the doctor that we all loved.
Yes. Oh my god,
that's her. Oh,
that's her.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Rick Flag's like blowing her off, and I'm like, "What are you doing, Flag? Come on, man."
Rios is just rolling over in his grave right now.
Yeah, Rios.
So that slipped my mind when I was talking about missed opportunities and unfollowed threads. This guy is pissed off and risking national security because he's upset that his son is dead, and his son is right behind that door.
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't even touch it.
His Nazi son.
We don't know that he's a Nazi.
He might be a good Nazi.
Well, that's true.
We don't know that he's a Nazi because no. Because Augie, we watched the whole season thinking Augie was a Nazi. Yeah. And 5 minutes before he got 5 seconds before he got stabbed in the neck, we found out that he's a good guy. Now, if you look if you look at Rick Flag Jr. in Earth X, he's a lot softer than the Rick Flag that we knew in the Suicide Squad movie. Yeah. So I don't think he's a Nazi.
Yeah, he might not be.
He might just be like a.
You're right, because Augie wasn't. Augie was just. You're in your world. What else can you do? You do the best you can.
Yeah.
And he was.
It's like Vigilante when he goes to his house, right? And he's like, "My dad's not gay in this universe." And the thing is, his dad's probably is gay.
Just hiding it, suppressing it as much as he can.
Not too real, so.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's like the funniest thing is like, my dad's not gay, and he's just like laughing. Doesn't even say hi to his dad or anybody.
Speaking of ridiculous stuff like that, I have to tell you guys about this movie that I watched when I was in the hospital because it is the most goddamn ridiculous thing you've ever seen in your life. It's called Birth of the Dragon.
Oh boy.
It is a fictional story about Bruce Lee. So for real, in real life, Bruce Lee did have this like underground fight with this like I don't know, somebody, and like only like a dozen people got to witness this fight, but it was a fight between him and this dude, and
I think it was Joe Lewis.
No, it was like Wong Jack Man or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But we don't know much about him. We don't know much about what was the cause of the fight. There you go. The only thing we know is according to the magazine results is that Bruce Lee won.
Yeah.
So this fight happened, and we don't know anything about it. So this movie decides to answer that question by just 100% making shit up.
Yes.
And so they say that this Wong Jack man was a Shaolin monk who had disgraced himself and had come to the U.S. to make a penance, and somehow he finds Bruce Lee, doesn't approve of Bruce Lee's method of training people in America, so they decide to have a fight to see if Bruce Lee is able and allowed to train people. And then while they're doing that, they become friends, and then they take down a giant human trafficking ring together.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding. This is the movie.
Yeah, that sounds awful. But you know what? It's nothing new. Do you know who Frank Dukes is?
Yeah, the KKK guy?
No, that's David Dukes.
I'm David Dukes. Okay.
David Dukes.
Oh, Frank Dukes, the Bloodsport.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, that tournament that Bloodsport takes place at, no one has ever been able to verify that it actually exists.
Made up shit. Yeah.
His military record, no one has ever been able to verify his military record. Of course, he's like, oh, well, it's because it's all classified, because I did this, I did that, and things he said, I was tied to this unit, and people from that unit are like, nope, we don't know this guy, we never met him. The only things they could find is like, he was, I don't know what state he grew up in, but he was in like the New Mexico National Guard for a couple of years, never deployed overseas for anything. The guy who he said trained him, Shaolin monk or whatever, no one can verify that he exists.
Right.
His name is similar to another name in some piece of fiction. So I mean, complete nonsense.
Fabricated bullshit.
Yeah. But this guy taught ninjutsu seminars for like 30 years.
Yeah. Well, same thing with that. What's the name of that movie? Catch Me If You Can, the one with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. That's all made up. None of that shit happened.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah, the whole movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that whole movie's fake.
Yes,
right?
I found that out too.
But Bruce Lee is real. Yes.
All right, who's better, Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris?
Oh, Chuck Norris. No, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's great. but Birth of the Dragon, great action scenes. The guy that plays Bruce Lee does a really good job, but it's just goddamn ridiculous and hilarious.
Yeah.
The amount of times I yelled bullshit while watching that movie, just in the hospital, just yelling bullshit.
I always hate movies that are based on true stories and you just see right through them. That did not happen. That is
there's some wordplay. There's based on a true story. There's based on actual events, inspired by actual events. They play games with how they say it.
When they say inspired, that means we're about to lie to you. Because none of this happened.
Yeah.
So
inspired by actual events. Yeah. There was a guy once with 2 arms and 2 legs who did kung fu. There you go.
Yeah.
Inspired by actual events.
Oh, what is that movie? The movie The Strangers, where like these people invade a cabin and start like killing the people in the cabin. That movie was originally sold as based on a true story, and the true story was that the director and the writer were like, "This could happen."
This could happen.
That was it. That's the true story.
Yeah, it's like all the Conjuring movies,
Oh God, that's my favorite. I don't know how much you know about those, and I don't know why I know this offhand, but they got sued by somebody early on in the Conjuring series, who said that he had the book and film rights, and so Warner Brothers said, "Well, we're basing this off of news reports and accounts, so these are basically actual events. So you can't sue us because we're doing story. You can't copyright actual events." Yeah. To which the guy said, "Great. Prove ghosts exist then, since these are actual events." Fucking smart move. And
so pay up.
Yeah, Warner Brothers settled out of court soon after.
Pay up, guys.
Yeah. All right. We've been going pretty long. We should probably start wrapping this up. I know.
All right.
Dan's got to get back to world domination.
That's it.
Well, Space Force. So.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. We'll catch you next time.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Live long and prosper.
Thanks.
See ya.
Live long and prosper.
This is Captain Benjamin Sisko of Deep Space Nine and Space God to the Bajorans. I have a mission for you. This falls outside of Starfleet guidelines, so I can't order you, but I'm asking for volunteers. Volunteers who will subscribe to the Trekcast YouTube channel, leave 5-star reviews on your podcast app of choice, and share Trekcast across your social media accounts. If we can make our audience bigger, we might have a chance against the Dominion. Are you ready? Subscribe, like, and share. Are you with me?